Have you noticed recently that you always run late? No matter how early you wake up, no matter how you rush to, you're always under pressure. Why is that so? Why is that so? Like this used to be my story, but recently I began to ask myself silent questions, like certain questions early this year. And I found a trick that helped me to maximize my time, a trick that helped me to stay productive. In this video, I want to show you a couple of ways that you can use to maximize time and remain productive the entire day for yourself, your family, and the world at large. Stay tuned.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end,
I shared in a previous video how I got so overwhelmed. I literally believed that somebody was sneaking into my home to steal my time until I figured something out. If you missed that video, please check the description button to find it. It will help you a great deal. It doesn't matter if you're pursuing a career, if you're a stay-home mom, if you own a business or a student. Everybody on earth is controlled by time, and we all live under the same sky. What many people don't know is that the greatest asset we have in life is time. I don't know about you, but I do have a strong admiration for great men like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Fusile Mbakwayo, Aliko Dangote, and a host of many others. When I hear these men speak sometimes, I be asking myself questions like, Uloma, do you have two heads? These men have the same 24 hours. Nobody sells time as a commodity. So in this video, I want to share three key ways that you can use to maximize time to be more productive to yourself, to your family, and to the world at large. Sometime this year, I began to ask salient questions like, what are my priorities? What are my goals and objectives? How do I allocate my time effectively? This came from a place of feeling overwhelmed. This came from a place of trying to achieve a lot of things at the same time. So one day, I literally shut down everything and I needed time to think. I had been reading so many books, I had been involved in so many activities, but then I realized that it was not just about rushing, because I could tell myself that I was rushing through life. So I took a deep breath, I took a break, and I asked myself these questions one after the other. How can I maximize distractions and interruptions? What are the most important tasks I need to accomplish? How can I avoid procrastination? How can I manage my workload and avoid getting overwhelmed? What are the time wasting activities that I need to eliminate? How can I optimize my schedule for maximum productivity? How can I even learn to say no to non-essential tasks? How can I delegate tasks effectively? This particular question was crazy, 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 because I used to have quite a difficult time delegating tasks, because I kind of believe that they would not perform or accomplish it the way I wanted to do. And it was really a crazy moment, but that's a story for another day. How can I take breaks and practice self-care without compromising productivity? How can I stay organized and keep track of my tasks and deadlines? The truth is this: if you have ever asked yourself these questions, it means you have a vision to arrive at a destination. And it was at that point I could see the end, but I wanted to understand the process. And that was when these questions came about. And here is what a vision does: it narrows your path and places you under pressure to set goals and include deadlines, because the world is too busy. There are so many things seeking your attention. The social media is calling for your attention. Your friends want you to hang out with them on Friday night. Your favorite series is giving you great vibes. The actors are performing so damn good. You cannot look away. Unfortunately, if you pay attention to all of these activities, you will procrastinate, you will cheat on your goals, you will be too unserious or afraid to even set deadlines, and lastly, you will waste away achieving nothing. The first on my list is to allocate time to every activity. This is quite simple to understand. Never ever, never ever, I repeat again, never ever live life without planning what to do or should be doing every minute of the day. Like, Before your day starts, you should have programmed how you want your day to look like. You should have thought about it. What am I expecting to do tomorrow? Don't just wake up every day and just live life as it comes. Never ever do this, except for emergencies that are beyond your control. Emergencies like maybe sicknesses, emergencies like maybe a call from a friend that they need help or something. Except for emergencies like this that are beyond your control, never ever live life without planning what to do or should be doing every minute of the day. No sane person decides to go on a trip because they are too excited. If you can plan for a vacation, if you can plan a get together, if you can plan a wedding ceremony or even a funeral, so why does it become a Herculean task to plan your day? If you want your day to be very productive, here's what to do. Assign a specific amount of time to each activity or in your schedule, no matter how small. Estimate the time required for each task, but make it realistic and achievable. And lastly, prioritize tasks based on importance and urgency. I carried out an experiment in my home. I noticed that my kids were always very late for school, and this worried me because that school was within the neighborhood, and as a matter of fact, it was about 3 minutes walk from home. So you can imagine my frustration as a parent because we were literally almost the last to arrive at school. And funny thing, sometimes I'll be out. My day would sometimes start as early as 3 o'clock. So what is it I was doing from 3 o'clock until 8 a.m.? So I had like 5 hours. Why was it that I could not manage my time? And then I realized that although I woke up early, my kids were up early, but I had not sat down to apportion time to each task. And because there was no time to each task, there was no pressure on anybody to do anything early enough. Typically, my kids would be up at 6:15, but somehow I could not bring myself to coordinate them to be ready at 7:30 maximum or latest. We would always leave the house at say 7:50 or 7:55. To be honest with you, it was very embarrassing. So here's what I did. I decided to allocate time for every single activity from the prayer session until we left the house. The first day was one of the rare days that I didn't need to even shout. I realized that I did not even need to shout. I only gave instructions that 10 minutes was for this and 15 minutes for that. And on the first day, we said 15 minutes, and I realized that it was very achievable. Usually, my second daughter would spend about 30 minutes eating. But that day I told her, Dara, you have only 15 minutes to finish your breakfast. And she finished it in 10 minutes. She didn't even rush. I didn't need to shout. And everything went smoothly. And it continued like that. First day, second day, third day, fourth day. On the 10th day, it became a pattern and it became habitual for them. Like they'll wake up in the morning and they'll literally be asking me, Mommy, how long do I have? Or how many minutes are you giving me to have my bath or wear my shoes or fill our lunch bags and all of those things? And I realized that it created time to do better things. And one great thing is that people learn many things that people do at their old age or when they become youth. Everything they do is learned. Everything they do is learned. And the beautiful thing is that these kids are learning a behavior where time should become a priority. Number two on my list is set clear goals and append deadlines. Many people have goals. Like if you ask an average youth, what is your goal for 2024? You see that they already have goals for 10 years, for 5 years, for 15 years. Many people do this and it's really beautiful. But they do not seem to set deadlines to achieve these goals. It's not enough to have goals. If you just have a goal written somewhere in your head, it's still a fuzzy idea until it is written clearly on paper. If you have these goals before you without a commitment or without deadlines, you're simply writing a nice piece of essay. If you have ever been questioned by a recruiter, one of these popular questions they would usually ask, they'll say, can you work under pressure? You know, people would usually say yes because they want the job at all costs. What it means to work under pressure is not to overwork yourself or become overwhelmed when it's avoidable. It simply means to meet deadlines and tight schedules and still deliver quality under a limited time frame. Every time you set a deadline to a task, you're placing a pressure on yourself to deliver within a time frame. Let me explain why this is very, very important. One, it will enhance focus and concentration. It will help you stay organized. It will reduce procrastination to the barest minimum. And lastly, on my list, it will help you develop problem solving skills. In case you don't know, your brain works faster under pressure. Once you're under pressure, your brain's flight response is triggered. It releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which increases alertness, creativity, learning ability, and even boosts processing speed. However, don't overdo this. This is not when you rely on pressure all the time, it becomes like a fire brigade approach. No, no, don't overdo this, because if you overdo this, it also has downsides. Lastly, lastly, if God has blessed you, use the money you have to buy time. Nobody sells time literally, but yeah, you can invest in tools and services and experiences that will save you time and increase your productivity. Instead of using mortar to blend your tomatoes, how about you get how about you get a blender to make the job easier for you? You know, those days I'll tell myself I love my stew when it's sliced with my hand, and then I'll spend 2 hours slicing my veggies. So yeah, invest in tools, services, and experiences that will save you time, thereby increase your productivity. Why should you be doing laundry when you can get a washing machine or even send the clothes to a dry cleaner? Should you be reading all your mails when you can hire a virtual assistant to get it done for you? Hire people to get these things done. And lastly, invest in your well-being. Have a routine time for meditation is very powerful. I think that one of these days I'm going to create a content on meditation, how meditation can help you, how you can meditate the right way to get results. Also, have a routine time for exercises. I think I'm talking to myself. I exercise, but I'm not really consistent at it. I do it for 1 week and then I have a relapse. So yeah, I have a routine time for exercises, because I noticed that when I was very consistent with exercises, my brain worked faster. I was more agile. Exercising has a load of benefits on individuals. So yeah, it will enhance your health and wellness. So yeah, I want you to put this into action, and here are two things you can do immediately. I don't just want you to listen to my rambling and then go home and just click the like button and say, "Oh, I like this one." No, 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 no. There are two things that you can do immediately. One, ask yourself, where do you want to be in 5 years? Write everything down. Also, think about a daily routine that will get you to that destination. It could be reading a book every day, it could be learning to do something every day, it could be learning to write an email, learning to do video editing, it could be anything. But the more you learn these things every day, the closer you get to your destination. Two, break the goals further into weekly activities. Break this further into to-do lists daily. If you do this, procrastination will leave you in peace. Let me tell you guys, there is no shortcut to living procrastination. We procrastinate because we are not disciplined. Did you like the video? Even if you did not, please like the video. Give the video a thumbs up, share with your friends, with all the contacts on your list, and drop a comment in the comment section. You know how much I love to know what you think, what you feel about the video, because I want to do better in my next video. And also, if you can, show me what you would love to hear in my next video. Bye for now.